Yo, what's up guys, back for another video, and today we're going to be doing a brand new video, and I hope you guys do enjoy today's video. If you guys do, make sure you guys all smash that like button. Let's get to 15 likes on this video, it would be greatly appreciated. And also hit that sub button if you're new, because we're on the road to 2,000 subs, and yeah, let's get straight to the point of this video. So as you guys can see in the title of the video, obviously, we're going to be looking at the Misfits boxing event coming up on the Zone. Obviously, the main event, KSI. I'm sure all of you guys know who that is. And if you guys do not know, I have done watch parties for, I've done watch parties for the show, or I can't think right now. For Austin McBroom's event, the TikTok versus YouTubers, I did a show, what's it called? A watch party for that. I also did a watch party for Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. And I also did a watch party for the Deji and Alex Wasabi, the Showstar event. So, if you guys did not know, I've reacted to all these fights, and I've never done predictions before the actual thing. So, that's why I'm making this video today, is because I want to give you guys my predictions. And if you guys do not know, I am a big fan of YouTube boxing, man. Like, I like boxing in general now, because of all the YouTubers getting into it. It's kind of gotten me into boxing and stuff like that. But I like YouTube boxing even more. Like, it's really fun watching it, and it's not really just because of the skills. It's cool seeing them all get better and stuff over time. But the best part about YouTube boxing is the storylines, the drama. Not really all about the drama, but more about like the storylines, especially with the Deji and Fuzi fight, which we'll get into. That's why I like YouTube boxing. It's just like we're invested into the people, man. We are invested into most of these creators, and that's why I like YouTube boxing, man. So, like, I know some of you guys might not be a big fan of YouTube boxing, but I like it. So, I'm going to make this video, give you guys my predictions. Like I said, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Drop a like once again. And let's start off with, sorry about that. Did not mean to do that. Okay. So, let's start off with, like, the lower fights. So, let's start off with KSI. It doesn't actually show it, but KSI versus Swarms is actually going to be the first fight of the night. And I don't have to give much, talk about this one. KSI will beat Swarms right here. And there's no disrespect to Swarms, but he's really put in there to lose. I mean, he is just learning boxing. If you guys did not know, this event was supposed to be KSI main eventing against Alex Wasabi, but he dropped out. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not going to sit here and say Alex dropped out because he was scared. Maybe he actually did have an injury. But bottom line is he dropped out of the fight. So KSI was going to fight Swarms as the main event, but a big part of KSI's community was not a fan of this. And KSI obviously had other plans. So now KSI is going to be doing 2 fights in the same night. So KSI will be fighting Swarms as the first fight of the night. And he'll also be in the main event against a pro boxer. But for the first fight, KSI easily will beat Swarms, hopefully within the first 2 rounds. That's the goal, probably for KSI, probably first round. But depending on how long the rounds are, I could see probably second round is my prediction, second round stoppage. It'd be nice to see a knockout, but I guess we'll see. So I'm going to say stoppage from the ref, maybe even Swarms' team throwing in the towel, but I think we'll have to see there. So yeah, KSI by second round, yeah. And then the second fight of the night, I'm pretty sure, is going to be Dean the Great versus Evil Hero. Haven't really seen too much on Evil Hero, but I have seen a decent amount of footage on Dean the Great. If you guys do not know, Dean the Great is signed with Happy Punch, and I think he's a very young, up-and-coming fighter. He might be one of the best fighters on YouTube boxing because, I'm going to be honest, he's in a weight class where he won't be able to beat the big guys like KSI, but for his weight class, he's the top guy. So, I would like to see him fight Adam Sala, maybe a Faze Jarvis match in the future for Dean the Great, and then maybe he can get into pro fights. But for now, Evil Hero is going to be, his fight, and I have Dean the Great within the first 3 rounds. That's just my honest opinion from what I've seen. So I think Dean the Great will win that one. And then we have, right here, we have Salt Poppy versus Andy Warski. Andy Warski looks good. But once again, I think this is a fight for Salt Poppy to win, and I think he will. Can I see one of these fights being an upset? Possibly, but I just think Salt Poppy will outskill Andy Warski the whole time. I think Salt Poppy looks like he's in way better shape as well, which is scary. Because if you guys do not know, Salt Poppy was not in. I mean, he wasn't in horrible shape cardio wise, but when it comes to like his body shape, it wasn't very good for his first fight in the Show Star event. But he showed skill, and now that he's in better body shape, and I guarantee his cardio will be better. I think he'll have even better skills, and I think now that he has a little bit of experience in there as well, I think Salt Poppy honestly will win this fight easily by the first or second round. That's my opinion. I think he's going to win in the first 2 rounds. Then we have, I don't know which one is first, King Kenny's fight or Sam Hyde's fight, but I believe it's Sam Hyde versus I Am Thompson. I generally believe Sam Hyde will win that fight. That's my opinion. So I don't really know much on either person though, so I think it could go either way. But from what I've seen, I think Sam Hyde will win that. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because once again, I don't know much about either of these people. All I know is Sam Hyde was like banned from not Fuzi. He was banned from iDubbbz's event, and now he wants to get into boxing himself. So yeah, I think Sam Hyde will win that. And then we have a very important fight. This will be probably show the most skill out of any fight. This will be a very, very good fight to watch. King Kenny versus Faze Sensei. So I like both of these people. I'm not gonna lie. Like the other fights I've talked about so far, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't really care. Like I like Dean the Great. I like Salt Poppy. Cool. To be honest, I don't really care about those fights though. I do care about this one. This is the first fight of the night that people will actually care about. And I have... this is tough. This is one I don't even know right now, honestly. This could go either way. Like, I'm being 100% serious. This fight could go either way. We already know Faze Sensei has more experience. He's been a kickboxer. He's been in martial arts. He's been, he's has a lot of experience. He's also, older than Kenny. I think Kenny's the younger fighter. He's been boxing more recently. He's been boxing consistently for over a year now. And in his first fight versus, Faze Temper, he showed some skill, showed some heart in there. He never gave up, kept going forward. And I think Kenny will have the height advantage. He'll have the reach advantage. Weight-wise, I think they're going to be pretty close. So this is a tough fight for me. I like both of them. I've known and watched Faze Sensei for years because I used to be a huge Faze Clan fan, especially back in the day. Still am, but, back in the day, it hit different. Faze Clan New York and all that, like 2015, 2014. So yeah, I've known Faze Sensei for years, been a fan of him. And King Kenny, I also like. Seems like a very humble person. This is the same thing KSI said and a lot of people have said. Genuinely, I think King Kenny wants this and needs this more than Faze Sensei does. And Faze Sensei can say, just because in those sparring sessions, blah, 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 you don't know how much I want this. That's good, and I genuinely believe Faze Sensei wants to win this, but I think King Kenny sees himself fighting in the future, while I think King Kenny sees himself fighting in the future, while I think Faze Sensei is doing this maybe, because he wants to do this one more time. I don't think Faze Sensei will fight again after this. Maybe one more time, but I think Faze Sensei, he even came out and said he's getting married, he's going to have a kid, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to, build a future. He doesn't really see himself having a future in this YouTube boxing stuff. Well, I think King Kenny does. So King Kenny wants this more, and he obviously, wants to have future fights with people. So I think this fight will go to King Kenny. Now, can I see it going to Sensei? Yes, I really do. I think it could go either way. But in my genuine opinion, I think King Kenny will come out with the dub. Do I think it's going to be a knockout? No. I don't see this being a knockout or even a stoppage. I think this will be just a split decision win for King Kenny. I think it's going to be the most skilled fight out of all of them, though. I think Faze Sensei will come out and he's going to continuously be putting the pressure on Kenny, but I think Kenny will be throwing out the jab, and I think he'll be on the back foot, and I think he's gonna have a good performance. King Kenny will show that his first fight, it wasn't the fact that he wasn't good. I think it was just Faze temper showed that he's also really good. Okay, for the next fight, it's gonna be a big fight. Deji versus FuziTube. And if you guys do not know, I freaking love Deji, man. A lot of people don't like Deji. Well, I wouldn't say people don't like Deji, but people like make fun of him, doubt him. I don't doubt him. Now, I've predicted in every single fight Deji's had that Deji will win. So, should I predict FuziTube just, for hoping Deji will win? Maybe I should just predict Fuzi and say Fuzi's going to win, so Deji might win. I could do that, but I'm going to just give you guys my honest thoughts here. I think Deji's going to win. And I know, like I said, I predicted Deji would beat Jake Paul, which was crazy. That was probably because I was young and just really wanted Deji to win. And I genuinely thought he was going to beat, who's that TikTok kid? Vinny Hacker. I thought he was going to beat Vinny Hacker because I just thought Vinny Hacker was going to be horrible. And even though Vinny Hacker didn't look great, Deji just was not in shape for that fight. I think if he was in shape, he easily would have won that. Now, I think Alex just outskilled Deji. He had the height, and Deji just wasn't throwing enough. And I know I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for Deji. Ultimately, it's Deji's mentality that has killed him in his fights, and it's also his cardio that's killed him. But I think this fight, he will be so much more skilled than Fuzi. I think Fuzi will have the power. Fuzi will be in great shape. We already all know that. And I like FuziTube as well. I like both of these fighters here, but I'm more of a fan of Deji, obviously. I love Deji. I like FuziTube too, don't get me wrong. But I think Deji will show he has way more skill. He's also been boxing more consistently, more often than Fuzi has. So I'm gonna have to give this one to Deji right here. I think honestly, my personal opinion, I just have Deji winning. I think it's gonna be third round TKO. That's my personal opinion. That might sound crazy, but I think Deji will finally get his first win. I hope he does. Like, if Deji loses this fight, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of Deji, and this is no disrespect to Deji or Deji fans, but if Deji loses this fight, he has to be done. Like, I understand, oh yeah, don't give up, blah, blah, blah. I love that mentality, but at a certain point, sometimes not everything is for you, man. Like, you're not going to be good at everything, and that's completely understandable. And I think Deji is pretty good at boxing, but I just don't think he's a boxer if he can't beat FuziTube. And like I said, FuziTube has shown he's got power, he's in good shape, he has the mentality, he wants to win this. That's all good and all, but if you have no skill, at the end of the day, none of that matters. So yeah, I have Deji winning third round. Now, after that, it is Faze Temper versus Slim. Now, this is a tough fight because Slim hasn't fought anyone. That's the only issue. He fought Fuzi in his first fight. Fuzi was horrible. He fought, I don't even know who else, to be honest with you. That's how irrelevant they are. So, yes, Slim is like 3-0. He's knocked out 2 people. Cool. I'm not going to sit here and say they are rigged fights, but people have accused that. So I'm not going to say it's true, but I'm going to say that's accused that Slim has, rigged his fights. What I will guarantee is on the Zone and Misfits, KSI's event, this fight is not rigged. So, Faze Temper showed a ton of skill versus, King Kenny. King Kenny put on a good fight, but Temper just was the better fighter. And ultimately, I think both of these guys will be around the same height, Temper and Slim. I think they'll be close in height. I think they'll be close in weight. I think Temper might be a little heavier, maybe like 5 to 10 pounds heavier than Slim. But I think Slim will just, the fact that he's taking this on short notice, and I think even if it wasn't on short notice, I think Temper will just be too much for him. And I'm not even kidding, man. I can see this being a second round stoppage. I think Temper will win this. I'm not saying Slim is a bad fighter. I just don't think this is a good fight for him. With everything happening right now, I just think Temper will win in the second round via stoppage. Now that goes to the main event. KSI versus the pro boxer. He already won his first fight in my predictions. Remember that. I had him beating Swarms. And now this is KSI versus the pro boxer. I do not know his name. No disrespect. But he's fighting a pro boxer. I think his record is like 2-3. And he's from, Mexico or whatever. That's good and all. I just think, once again, he's being put in there for KSI to beat. I think KSI is, being put in both of these fights to win, ultimately. I don't see a scenario where KSI loses. So, yeah, that's my honest opinion. So I'm going to say KSI. I think against the pro fighter, I think it will be I don't know how many rounds it will be, but I think it's going to be a split decision win for KSI. So, or maybe not a split decision, just say unanimous decision by KSI. See, I think KSI's first fight will be a second round stoppage, and then I think his second fight will be unanimous decision, because it's going to be against a pro boxer. I don't see a pro boxer getting knocked out or anything crazy like that. Is it possible? Yes, but do I see it happening? No. So yeah, those are my predictions for these fights, man. Once again, I love YouTube boxing. Like, sorry if my energy levels are off. It's really late at night right now. It's like 4 a.m. while I'm recording this video. So if you guys are wondering why I'm like, don't really have that much energy, that's why. But I wanted to make my predictions video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Let me know what you guys think about this event so far. By the way, before I end this video, I will be live while this event is taking place. I will be here, giving my reaction. I'm not going to show the fight, so no one expect that. But I will be, here doing a watch party while I'm watching the fight. And I'll give my, play-by-play on the fights. And, yeah, man. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more content like this, like talking about these YouTube boxing stuff, like, I definitely can. I'm a big fan of it. And I'll start making more content on it. So, yeah, man. This is the Misfits KSI boxing event on the Zone. I will be live August 27th. Remember that. August 27th is the event. I will be live on this YouTube channel, giving the show party. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Once again, drop a like if you guys did. Hit that sub button if you're new to the channel. And, yeah, man, drop a like. Let's get 15 likes. Till next video. Peace.